So we're finally getting to gluing the level. Yeah, I'm going to do that again. I haven't done this one. I just put glue in that, but pushed it to one side. So we're going to redo that and clamp that in. We just get some wood glue and get a little pot of wood glue. And we harvested some nice fresh sawdust, didn't we? And we just mix it all together on a bit of plastic. And then we shove it in the hole. And now we're going to clamp it up. Hold on, then we shove it in a hole and then we're going to clamp it up. So now I should have done this weeks ago, but you know, we've been distracted, haven't we? So how do you know enough pressure is enough pressure? Well, when it's coming down through the grain and coming out the other end, look, it's a slight pinprick of some sort and it's coming through there. And this is the same, look, it seems to have made its way down through the grain, so it's well clamped in. The straight don't matter because we're going to cut and sand that anyway, aren't we? Make that flush and flat. Same here, we just fill in the hole with wood, aren't we? We're going to cut that and then sand it nice and smooth. I haven't yet decided whether we're going to attempt to do something with these. Or are we just simply going to put the longer screws in and go past everything? Anyway, it's dry to the touch now, that creosote. You don't get covered in creosote now. So I don't know whether it'll all sand down and it'll be surface or it's actually within the wood now, because we only did the top, but we flooded the top, didn't we? So it's seeped down and in and through, so that's going to be interesting. But anyway, we are getting on with it. It's taking time, but we are getting on with it. So, we can continue being distracted, haven't we? Remember, we moved the sandblaster out of that corner and created shelves behind it. So, yeah, that is on the path of tidying up, because where there was a sandblaster, now there's more shelving. So I'm happy with that. But as always in my place, one solution creates another problem, so we can't have it sitting about. So now we're going to try and find a space for this. I've got an idea where it is, but it's always complicated. Come on, let me show you. I want to put it here, but as you know, we've got a shelf in the back, haven't we? So I can't sit it on the surface, it'll take too much space up. So we're going to have to make a little table or little legs. We've got a table top for it to sit on. So we've just got to shuffle the plan today, or not this morning. Shuffle that along, get that out of the way, make a few legs and make a little table for it to sit on top of. Half sitting on the legs, half sitting on the wall. That's this morning's plan anyway. Unless, of course, anybody wants to volunteer and distract me and take me off somewhere. We've got to work with. We've got to put that on there. Luckily, it looks like we've already leveled the top of this one off. So that's a bonus. No expanding foam, no making a mix. So we can just sit it on there, can't we? And come forward. I know it's going to be a bit high. So I mean, no, it's only a shot blasting cabinet, so I mean, at the worst, we'll have to put a little bit of a steps in front of it, won't we? If we don't find another place. But for now, we just want it out of the way, and we don't want it sticking out too far from the wall. So that's probably 6 inches. So 6 inches is a good saving, isn't it? So let's figure out some legs for this now then. So we want 2 legs at 39 inches. And do you remember the last time we were in the big B&Q, the big DIY store, we bought one of these, didn't we? These El Cheapo. What do we pay for it? 6 or 7 quid? These throwaway? Great. I'm not struggling with old blunt saws now. I've got a nice brand new saw. That'll last me a year or 2 easily before I have to get another one. As you can see, my my hand sawing abilities are 0. Yeah. But anyway, I've cheated a bit, made them a bit longer, a bit further north than they should be. So now we don't have to struggle with one big bit in here. We only want 2 legs. We bring the 2 bits in here, and we'll simply just trim them off the end with the thing. So it'll end up a nice cut and it'll look like I've done a proper job, but actually I've cheated. My sawing skills, the end of bits of wood is 0. I was that much out on that end, you dummy. And I was that much out on that end. But as long as you find the solution to your problem, it's not a problem, is it? No. There's a nice square end at the bottom there, 2 square ends at the top of here, but we're not quite straight. So all we have to do now is mark that, and we'll have 2 nice level blocks. So we've put a mark on it. We've put the blade onto it when it's not running and where we want to be, just north of that. We've even got an option of clamping it on in case we've got a bit of wobbliness here. So this has just clamped it into this backstop, so we know that is nice and square. So now this, you don't get no movement on this end, you know. So now we can, we know we're going to put a lovely straight cut in there now when we hit the button. So now we've got 2 nice level legs. Lovely job. It almost makes me look good, doesn't it, that? Nice 2 square-ended level legs. Yeah, simples. It turns out we took a little bit too much leaning forward, but we're gonna add a bit of jiggery-pokery. And in the end, that's going to work in our favour. Yeah. Well, I only want a 2 foot length. I thought to myself, well, let's clean up the end first. Anyway, do you see that? It's like a wedge, isn't it? So as it turns out, it wasn't a bad thing to square up the piece of wood to even begin with. And so instead of measuring from there, we now know that's square. We can measure from here, get a more accurate measure. As accurate as Reggie gets. So the old Reggie way would have now been get a 6-inch nail, whack it through the lot, put that leg in place. But now we're a bit more modern. We're going to put that there. We're going to put here. All it has to do is hold it that little bit. Put that on the corner like that there. Look, we're pretty much there, aren't we? Where would be the middle of that now? Looking down at it would be about there, wouldn't it? So let's give this. Let's muller this into there. Keep it straight. And once it grips, and then don't stop, in you go. No, it's got the wood, isn't it? Don't matter, go on. Oh, that leg, I'll show you that in a minute. Right, so the next one is here. Let's put the leg on. This can still move across for now. Let's just shuffle this across. Right, Let's now muller this one into there. Where would be about there I reckon. Yep, the old way would be a 6-inch nail, but now we can muller these into here. You won't believe, look at the strength. Look at the strength in the thing. So that's going to be fine. Pinch that up together. That's got us where we want to be. Shall we tighten that up? We'll tighten it up because we can. Watch this. Unbelievable strength in the thing. Whereas a 6-inch would have risked splitting the wood. When you screw them in, it's better. So now let's fix the bottom now. So we know, bring you out a bit. We know the size up there. We know we've got to bring them up a touch, haven't we? So let's give that. It's only we're only use 4. Let's do that in the middle. Long enough. Wham bam. Hold the wood still. I mean, it does look like a little steel foot, doesn't it? So we know that's got to go there now. Let's begin it slightly, sort of the middle. These are the more aggressive. There's a huge, massive grip. Can you see that? Hold on. Can you see these? Where are we? Oh yeah, look. They've got a huge amount of grip. You can see, can't you? Yeah. Let's drive this one in there now then. Sort of in the middle, where we want to be. Clear that. About there. You've just got to make sure you don't get your fingers trapped when these are screwing together, because I'll tell you what, the tightness, and if you're being a bit quick, you can't half get you. So what we're going to do is we're going to help that along now. This is the face on the front, so we're going to just put a bit of that into it, same size. That should make it look sort of nice then, shouldn't it? Let's put this there and some sort of start that off. Start that off slightly. Hold this in place. Don't get your flesh trapped because believe you me, you will start screaming. Going to pivot on that, so it's all right. This is the next bit. Let's bring that in. It's about good there, isn't it? Good enough. Hold it together. Don't pinch your flesh. Wow, see the pulling. Yeah. So the bottom of the legs, that's nice and square now, isn't it? So now we've just got to think about how we're going to stop it from falling off the wall. Quite happy with that. Quite happy with that. Let's just fix this down here now then. Yeah. It's not spare space here, it's touching there, don't matter. It fits where it touches. I think, if I remember, the box. So we've got to do that over. Except it's a bit heavy. I only want to lift it once. So let's Let's put it, oh, that's better. It was on something. Hold on. I'm going to give it one attempt. If that doesn't work, then it's plank time. The sand's still in it. The floor isn't quite even, but I reckon one good big go should get it. Oh, I can feel the sand in it. I think I'll take the sand out of it. Yeah, I'm going to take the sand out of it. Well, who knew shot blasting sand? Oh, it's so heavy. It's really, 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 really heavy sand. Really heavy sand. Wow. I never realised there was that much weight in the stuff. Wow, that was a surprise. I keep meaning to, now that sand's gone, easy peasy. I kept meaning to change it for glass beads, is it? There's different mediums you can use. Really easy to handle now. Really light. Let's get it on there. Alright, so see if I have that somehow. It does do what it did do. Ooh, fingers. That needs tapping that way slightly, possibly. Yeah, was it two of these? There was. Should fit. I'll make it fit. That's it, we're on. Ooh, lovely. That's going to be just fine. The weight of it is gonna, okay, it gets it out of the way, gets it, go back a little bit, oh yeah, it gets it out of the way, and it gets it out of the way, and should we need to use it, we'll just put a step in front of it, or we might replace it somewhere else. But anyway, that's a handy little job done. So that's got rid of that box that was over there. We moved it from there because it was giving us space for our taps and dies. We've moved this next door. I have had a phone call. It might be a good thing or a bad thing. I might get into trouble with Debbie, but anyway, I've had a phone call. We might run off in a minute and find something. Shh, don't tell Debbie. Keep your head down. Are you ringing your ding-a-ling, Deb? Tea time. Okay, Debbie's ringing the ding-a-ling, tea time.